For years before the Athens Olympics, I trained every day, eyes firmly focused on the finish line of the 100 metres event. Just weeks before the Olympic trials, my dream came crashing down.
I'll never forget the moment I tore my hamstring. My Olympic dream was shattered. For weeks, I couldn't help wondering, if I'd seen it coming, could I have done something about it?
We all know you should stretch your hamstrings before doing any sport. But for years, professional athletes have also worked on strengthening their hamstrings to ward off injury.
The latest theory suggests all the strengthening exercises in the world aren't going to stop a tear. It's not strength you'll need, it's length. And if the theory is right, it's not just runners that are going to reap the benefits.
St Kilda Football Club's record is one long lamented by its fans. One premiership flag in 1966, 27 wooden spoons. But 2005 is their best season in nearly a decade. With the finals only weeks away, the last thing they want is injury. Few players escape a game without a bruise or two, but that won't keep players off the field. Injure a hamstring and it's another story. Hamstring tears are the most common injury, and 50% of tears are recurring. A promising career can be finished in seconds. The St Kilda Football Club is the first to test a new theory that the length of a muscle is a better protector than strength. And this man is their secret weapon.
I think it's possible for us to basically abolish classic hamstring tears to a very large extent.
Professor David Morgan of Monash University may not look anything like your average football supporter, but he and his team are passionate about St Kilda's well-being, at least when it comes to a hamstring injury. The key term they work on is optimal length of the hamstring. That's the range of stretch where the hamstring is able to deliver maximum power to the leg. If the muscle is pushed past this optimum length, there is a risk of tearing. So the longer the muscle, the less chance of injury.
Put simply, the quadricep lifts the leg up, the hamstring at full length generates power off the ground, and that's what gives you forward motion. But my problem is, I don't know where my optimal length is, and that's where our footy mad professor comes in.
His Monash team have developed a program which can estimate a player's chance of hamstring damage. It measures the length of a muscle and the point it delivers maximum force.
Okay, have a few warm-up goes.
St Kilda defender Troy Schwartz suffered a hamstring strain 3 years ago.
Well done.
And has been given regular testing by PhD student Jodie Richardson.
Okay, so Troy, just to remind you about the test, 7 repetitions, extending and flexing as hard as you can. Okay, make sure you breathe with every repetition. Keep going on.
Troy has been on an intensive hamstring training program since he started the test.
Keep working, that's it. You're doing great.
His physios have devised exercises specifically aimed at lengthening his hamstring.
Keep working, keep working.
And the results are outstanding.
And what we can see is that his optimum has continued to shift out to longer muscle lengths, which is protective against hamstring strain according to our theory.
Now it's my turn in the chair, and I'm interested to see how my hamstring shapes up.
Basically what I need you to do is to extend and flex at the knee 7 times. Don't count, I'll count you through. Just work as hard as you possibly can. It needs to be a maximum contraction. There are handles either side of the chair for you to hold on to. It's really important to remember to breathe.
After the disappointment of missing Olympic selection, I've worked really hard on strengthening and stretching my hamstrings. This test will soon show whether I'm on the right track.
And keep going, you've got 1 to go. Push it up all the way. Pull back all the way under, and relax.
We believe that the length at which you get optimum force is more important than the amount of force you can get in terms of whether you're going to injure or not.
Okay, Matt, well, what you can see on the screen here, and at a glance looking at your hamstring, it looks like you've reached your optimum at a long muscle length.
Great.
Which tells us that you should be protected from hamstring injury from that leg.
It's a good consistency and quite a good looking angle.
Yes,
That's good news for me. And the good news for St Kilda football players is their training sessions now include exercises aimed at lengthening muscles, not just strengthening. The theory developed by Monash University that length is better than strength is paying dividends. They've seen a marked reduction in hamstring injuries since testing first began.
Sport these days is big business, and for any athlete, the less time spent injured means more time competing. Technology like Professor Morgan's enables athletes to tune their bodies. It means they can stay in the game longer. It means I won't have to suffer the heartbreak of missing out on Olympics because of an injury.
Change your view of reality.
Oh, everything's gone bluish.